Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Average Woman Podcast. I am that lady, Miss Nicole, coming at you today with another topic that is near and dear to my spirit. So I want to talk to you ladies today about why is it important for a man to select you to be his woman. Because we are under the assumption that if we want a man, that we can select whatever man we want. And while it is true that you can select the man that you want, the man that you select has to select you. And it's important that our men choose us because it's a beautiful thing to be chosen. And when a man chooses you to be his woman, that comes with some perks. You know what I'm saying? So when you don't be the type of woman that feel like you can dictate what type of man God sent you. Because a man, God is going to send you somebody, okay? He's not going to be pretty. He's not going to sing songs to you and carry you off the bed and lay you down by the fire and make sweet love to you to Michael Jackson records and stuff like that. That's not how it goes. I mean, you may have a guy that do that, and if you find that and that's what you're into, like, that is wonderful. But for most of us, like, whatever preconceived conceptual notion that you have about what this relationship is supposed to be, throw that shit out the window. Because it's not going to be that. You understand? Now, you can do some things to get you as close to your fairy tale as possible, but it's not going to be perfect, y'all. You know, ain't no man with perfect fingernails, perfect teeth, perfect this, perfect that. They just don't exist. And if you find one and he's perfect to you, that is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? But men are not perfect, just like we not perfect. I told you we wicked because we bleed once a month. And I don't care what they say. I mean, come on. So just give the guys some slack. You know, I am the most feminist movement woman that you're ever going to meet, because I believe that we have to play our position in society so that our men can want us, can get back in order, can get back to being and doing the things that uplift us as people. You know what I'm saying? So just rock with your girl and listen to me. Let me tell you something now. So it is a beautiful thing, as I stated, for a man to choose you. It's like when you shopping in a store, right? And you pass in all these beautiful shoes. And you know, all the shoes are nice, but then it's this one pair of shoes, this one design, this style that you just absolutely love. And you like, I gotta have those shoes. So you go and you get the attendant to try the shoes on. You walk back and forth up the little shoe aisle to see how they fit, how you gonna feel in them. And then, you know, you may purchase the shoes if the price is right, and, you know, you can tolerate it and you can see, you know, you doing something with the shoes. Sometimes even if you can't see yourself doing something with the shoes, you know that you just need those shoes in your closet. Same thing with our men. Your man walks to and fro from the time he is 18 years old, you know, which is a young man. You know, from the time he becomes aware that he wants a woman, let's just put it that way, your man is in search of you. He's in search of you. He knows what he wants. Some of them do. He knows the look. Some of them do. He already has a desired woman in his mind that turns him on physically, emotionally, mentally, all that stuff, right? And hopefully that's you, you know. So when he finally finds that woman, which is you, it's a beautiful thing. But the problem is that when they do find us, we don't live up to their expectations. Yes, I know, it's shocking, right? Men have expectations. Men have things that they want from women too. And a lot of times, we don't step our game. We don't step our game up, so we lose a good guy. We don't understand our role in the guy life or what the guy needs from us, so we fuck it up. And we go back out here in the streets, walking to and fro, looking for our better half. So we're gonna stop that, right? So we're gonna get into this and really talk about that thing and see what we can do to be chosen. To allow ourselves to be chosen and submit and be happy with what we have. And we'll be right back after these messages. Hey, thanks for listening to my podcast. If you ever wanted to have your very own podcast, I can tell you how to set it up right now. Anchor is an awesome app that's free to download. You can use its creation tools to edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast so that you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more other platforms. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenerships. And also, it has everything that you need in one place. All you need to do is go download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. I look forward to hearing your new podcast any day now. Thanks. And now back to the show. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Average Woman Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am that lady, Miss Nicole, and today we are talking about putting in that work to be the woman that he needs you to be. And I know it seems like we're always talking about catering to a man. Well, goddamn it, that's what you is. You are a catering service. You are Mother Earth. Okay? Mother Earth. Mother Earth caters to her people. So you are the one who caters. Don't you remember the Bible scripture that said the most powerfulest one among you will be the servant. The servant, the one who serves, is the most powerful. That's you, mother. You are a servant of your family for a reason, because you are powerful. We live longer than men. We mature faster than men. We are more powerful than men, but our power, we got to use it for good and not for evil. We have a lot of natural power within us. I'm not talking about physical strength. I'm talking about mental strength, mental strongness. You have that in you, but you have to develop it in yourself, because it just doesn't happen. And truthfully, we all have different strengths and weaknesses. But your womanhood gives you strength. Your womanhood, you developing your womanhood will give you the confidence to really stand by your man's side and be an asset to him in times of trouble, in times of happiness. And it helps you. It helps. I'm telling you, man. When you step into your womanhood and you not laughing and all that little girl bullshit shit that you used to be caught up on when you was in high school and you was a teenager, when you step into that role, it's a game changer. Mentally, physically, emotionally, all that. Sexually, it's a totally different game change, because a lot of you have to reprioritize yourself and other things. Okay? Moving into your womanhood, you have to change your priorities and your mindset. What are your priorities? What are you trying to attain in life? And whatever it is that you're trying to attain, you have to be about that shit. That's how you step your game up in your womanhood. You got to be about what you putting out. Stop all this foolishness out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Because the foolishness is what's going to stagnate you from getting to your ultimate goal, which is whatever the hell that is. You know what I'm saying? Now, for me, Because I only got me as an example, so I just throw myself out there. But I wanted to be a wife. I was like, when I jumped off the porch, I knew I wanted to have me a man. Okay, so I already knew whatever it was gonna take for me to get a man, like that's what the hell I'm gonna do. And when I get a man, I'm gonna keep him. So I've always entered being in a relationship once I was able to attract a man to be in one right off the porch. Bam, I'm married. 18, I'm married. And I'm loving and but I don't know what it means to be a wife. I don't know what it means to be a woman at that time. I was raised watching the stories. So of course my marriage was going to be a natural disaster because the stories, you remember Young and the Restless, General Hospital, all that shit teach us to be emotional. And that's where we go wrong. That's where we go wrong. When we start becoming emotional, because we don't have to be emotional. We are logical creatures. We are logical creatures. Women are logical. When you use your mind over your feelings, man, it eliminates the BS. And yeah, you're going to feel a certain type of way, but your actions are going to change because you're not going to move the same kind of way. The actions is going to be different because you think it, because your heart is your mind, not your feelings. You see what I'm saying? We got to step out of that because that's what fucks up our program. We work real hard with these men, and then we put in years with them, and then because we in our feelings, we'll just forget about the logic behind of this time that I put in with this man. This man has given me children. I owe him at least some patience for the process. I at least owe him some patience for the process. Think about that and we'll be right back. Hey everybody, and we are back. And today we are talking about being the woman he wants. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, once you realize, okay, you're not really going to realize the woman you can become and the woman who you really are until you get into a relationship with a man where you totally just submit and allow yourself to grow. Because it's nothing out here to really challenge you to do right. It's nothing out here to really push you to have order about yourself. Because just like I said, we wicked and wild as hell. And we'll find an excuse about anything just to do what we want to do, whether it's right or it's wrong. And unfortunately, that's just how we get down. We really don't give a damn about the truth. We gonna just make it be whatever it is. And as long as it feels good to our feelings, we gonna rock with that. And that does not work. For one, that's one of the most selfishest things that you could possibly say and do. And once you do and say all that, you think that you're going to have good outcome and good results from that shit. And it ain't no way that that's going to happen. Ain't no way. I'm sorry. Because you can't turn shit into sugar. It just don't work like that. You got to have certain things. Like I say, you got to have certain ingredients to make a relationship work. And especially when you're dealing with a man, and an alpha man. The problem with you women, and you young women too, is that you feel like you can assert authority over a man and be all in his face, and you cannot assert no authority over no man. Okay? I know it makes you feel good to be loud and obnoxious and all this stuff, but that shit don't work. Who you think you insulting? Why you think he even give a damn about what you saying? He don't. Your words and your yelling and your acting the fool ain't gonna do nothing to him, period. He don't care about that. Because they already know, I told you, if you ever want to turn your man ears off, walk up to him and say, I feel. Because he gonna be like, oh Lord, here we go. Your feelings. And you know what he thinking? Most men, I don't have the option to feel a certain type of way about anything that I have to do for you and my kids. This what he thinking to you. I don't have the option to feel a certain type of way about what I got to do for you and my kids. So therefore, do not feel any type of way about what you have to do for me and our children. Boom. Boom. Just do it. It don't feel good. You don't like it. So what? So what? If he asks you not to do something, just don't do it. It's not hard. Just don't do it. If he correct you and he check you because you wrong and you out of line, take it like a woman. Just like you do when your boss check you on the job and say you was unprofessional and gave you a 0 because you didn't do this here. Take that shit on the cheek. Because you probably deserved it. Whether you feel like you do or you don't. Ain't none of us above correction. Just like we can't wait for them to correct us. Just like we can't wait to correct them. We need to be willing to be corrected. Your shit stinks too. And correction makes you better. Correction makes you better. Yeah, I'm telling you. Correction makes you better. You never going to figure out how to do fractions unless you do fractions, you get it wrong, and somebody correct it. Period. Right? Don't be afraid to be corrected. Allow yourself to be corrected because it is for your betterment. It is for you to grow and to become a better person. It's like if you learn a song and you always sing the wrong lyrics to that one song. You always sing that one verse wrong. And then when somebody corrects you, you like, oh man, that made sense because I've been singing it wrong the whole time. You know what I'm saying? It was a song. I remember this me and my homegirl was riding in the car and a song came on. It was back when music came out. Love. Some people use their name in vain. You know what I'm talking about. Love. But so she heard the song and she was like, ooh, turn that off. I was like, why you want to turn that off? I was like, this song is bumping right now. I'm just not in the mood hearing anything about God. I said, God? I said, that's not what that say. I say, that say love. She was like, no, it ain't. I said, turn it back on. And we turned the radio back on. The song was still playing and she listened and she heard what I told her it was. And she was like, oh man, I thought that word was God. I was like, how did you get love, God, from that word love? When he sang that song, love, for better or worse, I still will choose you first. So I never understood how she got that from that. But once she did, we was able to listen to the song and it was cool. But, but if I didn't correct her, not only would I have missed the whole song that I wanted to hear and sing real good, but she would have been totally still lost thinking that word is God, walking around thinking that music made a song singing about God. And he didn't. He was singing about love. So I said all that to say that correction is fine. You should want to be corrected if you're doing something wrong, if you're out of line. You accept correction from everybody in every aspect of your life. If you don't get in the car and put your seatbelt on, when the police pull you over, you're going to accept this correction. If you writing a paper at school, you misformatted or whatever, the professor is going to correct you. If you put your homegirl lace front on, she going to correct you. If you put a lace front on and it's not right, it's wrong, it ain't laid like she wanted to be, she going to correct you. So, you going to be corrected. You going to be corrected. That's just part of life. Stop acting like you're above reproach and you can't be corrected because you're holier than thou, because you're not. No one is above being told about their ass, present company included. And we'll be right back after these messages. All right, so we are back. I had to sing that, get that song on out of my head. I had to sing it out, y'all. But so let's get back into it. You know what I'm saying? So being corrected is a beautiful thing. Don't ever take that don't take it personal because it is for your improvement. You know what I'm saying? Don't take it personal. That's why I always kick my email address out there, queenfromcreation@gmail.com. Let's have a discussion. I know what I'm saying is not something that you want to hear, but it is to your betterment. If you listen and you fucks with your girl, I'm telling you, you'll be 10% happier. Probably maybe even 15. Because I can't, but what it'll do is it'll take some of that stress and that pressure and really stop you from chasing shit that is not going to serve you and not going to help you. It's not going to serve you and it's not going to help you in the long run to continue to move and act in the way that you do. Because you want the man to want you. A man, he not looking for nobody to be perfect, but be close to what his dream girl is. At least try to be the girl that he like. You got to be the girl that he like, the girl that he wants. A man ain't nothing. If you that woman that he want, that man to get up, rain or shine, sleet or snow, and go make something happen for you. Because you the girl that he wants. He can rest with you. He can trust you. He love you. He can respect you. That's what you want. You don't want to be disrespected. You don't want to be by yourself. You want him to be down with you. So be what he wants you to be. Be the dream girl that he desires you to be. So that way he'll be around and fucks with you. You will never have to worry about your man going out, cheating on you or anything else if you're giving him what he wants. What he wants. Not what you want to give him. What you think he wants. He tells you and you do it. So that way there's no misunderstanding. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? And it takes pressure off you. Because you could be, why do you want to be somebody that he's not happy with? But you love him, you respect him, you want him. But you don't want to be what he wants you to be. You don't want to be the woman that he needs you to be. You want to be something else. A house divided will not stand. You can't put a Christian and a Muslim in the same house together talking about they're going to cohabitate. It don't work. Because a house divided will not stand. Period. That's not how it go. Like energies attract. Like energies. Things come together because they work well together. So dogs and cats ain't supposed to be together. Because dogs and cats really, they natural enemies. Tom and Jerry, I don't know, Tom always chased Jerry. And the dog always fought with the cat. So I don't know how we trying to make it seem like we can write the story and it could be something that ain't. You can try, and you probably gonna do it, but it's gonna be ridiculous. It usually turn out ridiculous, So, like I say, you got many options. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you, because I don't have no intention about anything but to see you do good. And to have great results and to be happy and to move on to the next chapter. Like we spend so much time fussing and fighting and cussing and this and that with our men that we don't even get to enjoy the good times because we so busy making bad times. When we gonna stop that? When we gonna get tired of always fighting? And when you done with fighting, that's when somebody end up dying or some shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy your life by submitting to what he's requiring of you. By just understanding that woman that you trying to be, maybe nobody don't like that. So maybe you should strive to be something different or something better. Or it's just something a little less irritating. One thing about us, women, you can't tell me you can't adapt. A woman can adapt to any situation, any, you are a chameleon. Lord have mercy, you change your hair 50,000 times. You're always into something. So you don't have no excuse. So you can adapt. You can learn and unlearn that F stuff that you be doing that pisses him off. You don't have to be the woman that he don't like. You could be the woman that he absolutely loves, but you have to choose to be that. I can't force you to be that, but I'm telling you, if you listen to him, you take notes, and you give him what he wants, and you submit to his rules, you got him. And you can still do whatever little things you like to do, whatever, He ain't got no problem with that. As long as he knows, as long as your priorities are in order, you ain't gonna have no problem. I promise. And if you do, hit me up, queenfromcreation@gmail.com, and we'll iron the wrinkles out of whatever little problems that is. All right? Well, until next time, I'm going to wrap this up because y'all know I'll be talking to y'all all day. I love you. Respect to you, ladies. I appreciate y'all listening to me. Until next time, shalom.